What if the smallest coin in your pocket could buy you a mansion? It sounds impossible, right? A coin that was once worth just a few cents in Malaysia, now potentially commanding hundreds of thousands, even over $1 million at the right auction. Today, we're not talking about gold coins. We're not talking about ancient Roman treasures. We're talking about a tiny, almost unnoticeable Malaysia 5 sen coin from the year 1987. Welcome back to Coin Capital, where we uncover the real stories, real values, and real opportunities hiding in coins you might have overlooked your entire life. A first look at the coin. The 1987 Malaysia 5 sen is part of a currency series that tells the story of a nation's pride, culture, and progress. On the obverse front, you'll see a detailed engraving of the Malaysian Parliament House, the iconic building that stands as a symbol of governance and democracy. Next to it, the crescent moon and 14-pointed star, part of Malaysia's national emblem, representing unity among the country's 13 states and the federal territories. On the reverse, back, the inscription Bank Negara Malaysia proudly crowns the top, with the value 5 sen in the center, and the year 1987 positioned neatly at the bottom. Physical details. Material: copper nickel color, silvery gray with a slight warm tint from the copper content. Diameter: 16.26 millimeters. Weight: 1.41 grams. When freshly minted, the coin gleams with a bright, silvery sheen. Over decades, it can develop a softer, matte finish, sometimes even subtle toning that collectors find attractive. The Malaysia of 1987. To truly appreciate this coin, we need to step back into 1987 Malaysia. It was a time of economic growth. The skyline of Kuala Lumpur was beginning to transform. The nation's currency was stable, and coins like the 5 sen were an essential part of daily life, paying for bus rides, snacks from street vendors, or the morning newspaper. These coins were mass-produced for circulation, and millions were minted. That's what makes the valuable survivors so special. They beat the odds of circulation, damage, and time. The secret behind its value. So how does a coin worth almost nothing at face value reach $100,000, $500,000, even over $1 million? $1 million? The answer lies in 3 magic words: rarity, condition, and demand. 1. Rarity. Some 1,987 5 sen coins exist with minting errors so rare they may only appear once in a lifetime. Wrong planché strikes, doubled dies, or off-center strikes can turn a coin into a one-of-a-kind artifact. Second condition. Most coins have scratches, dents, and signs of wear from decades of use, but the few that remain in mint state, MS 67 or higher, are treasures. Third. Demand. Malaysian coins from the 1980s have a growing collector base, both domestically and internationally. Add rarity and top condition, and you have intense bidding wars. Auction stories that stun. Let's walk through some real auction-style cases that illustrate just how valuable this coin can become in the right circumstances. Case 1. The $120,000 mint error. In a private Southeast Asian auction, a 1987 5 sen struck on the wrong planché, believed to be intended for a different denomination, sold for an astonishing $120,000. Only one example was known at the time, making it a grail piece for Malaysian numismatists. Case 2. The $150,000 perfect strike. A collector submitted a 1987 5 sen to PCGS expecting a high grade. When it came back graded MS 68, it became one of the highest graded examples known. That coin was later valued at $150,000 plus due to its virtually flawless surfaces and sharp details. Case 3. The $250,000 rarity. An ultra-rare, proof-like strike surfaced in an international auction, featuring mirror fields and frosted devices. With fierce bidding from Malaysia, Singapore, and Australia, it hammered at $250,000. Case 4. The $1 million set. Perhaps the most famous case, a complete high-grade set of Malaysian 5 sen coins from the 1980s. including the 1987, was sold at an international auction for $1.1 million. Experts estimated the 1987 alone contributed around $500,000 to that total. Emotional connection to the hunt. Now I want you to picture something. You're cleaning out an old drawer at your parents' house. You find a dusty jar filled with coins. Most are nothing special, but then your eyes land on a small silver coin dated 1987 with Bank Negara Malaysia on it. Your first thought, oh, just a 5-cent coin. But then you remember this video. You take a closer look, and your heart skips a beat. That's the magic of coin collecting. It's not just about money. It's about the thrill, the mystery, the feeling that you could be holding history, and maybe even life-changing value in your hand. Understanding coin grading is the passport to value. Professional grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, assign coins a grade on a 1 to 70 scale. MS60, mint state, uncirculated, but with noticeable marks. MS65, gem quality, great eye appeal, minimal flaws. MS67 plus, exceptional, rare territory, proof coins, special strikes for collectors, mirror-like finish. A 1987 5-cent graded MS68 is like finding a needle in a haystack, and that's where the six-figure values come from. Types of mint errors that bring big money wrong: planché strike, coin struck on metal intended for another denomination; off-center strike, part of the design missing because the coin wasn't centered in the press; double die, a doubled image caused during the die-making process; clipped planché, a section of the coin's edge missing due to a misfeed during minting. Collectors love errors because each one is unique. If your 1987 5-cent has a dramatic error, its price could skyrocket. The role of provenance, the documented history of a coin, can also boost value. A 1987 5-cent, once owned by a famous collector or featured in a renowned coin catalog, can attract premium bids. How to check if you have a valuable example. 1. Examine the coin closely. Look for perfect strike, no wear, and sharp details. 2. Check for errors, off-center images, doubling, or unusual coloring. 3. Weigh and measure. Slight deviations can indicate rare planché varieties. 4. Consider grading. High-grade certification opens the door to big auctions. Why the market loves this coin. Now Malaysian numismatics is growing rapidly. As more collectors enter the market, demand for key dates and rare varieties increases. The 1987 5-cent has become a symbol of this boom. A coin once ignored, now fiercely fought over. Realistic expectations versus dream finds. It's important to remember, not every 1987 5-cent will be valuable. Most are worth only face value, but the rarest, most perfect, or most unusual examples, they can reach $100,000, $250,000, $500,000, and in extraordinary cases, over $1 million. So next time you see a coin lying in a jar, in change from a shop, or hidden in an old wallet, pick it up. Look at it. Check the date. Because somewhere out there, a small 1987 5-cent coin is waiting to change someone's life forever. And if that lucky person is you, well, you'll have a story and a fortune that no one will ever forget. This is Coin Capital, where every coin has a story, and some stories are worth a fortune.